Welcome everybody to Pokemon SoulSilver. I am so excited for this game. This has been a project I've been working on for a very, very long time. Starting off in last year when I started making preparations for this game. Yeah, it's been a while. You'll see why I've been putting in so much work, but this is a giant passion project for me. This is my favorite game of all time. So, I'm doing everything. I am putting in all the stops for this game. Because this is what made me fall in love with games to begin with. It may not be my first Pokemon game I've ever played, but this is my most special one. It's a game that I love oh so much. Without further ado, let's go. I don't think we need any tutorials here, thank you. Oh, it's already become bright. Oh, right. I'm recording this at 9:30 in the morning. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. We all know who you are. Nice golden jacket, though. I really like it. You do look pretty snazzy with it, although... Is that because of all the money you've been making? Jeesh. We humans live alongside Pokemon as our friends. And for some reason, you have a blue Pikachu now. As a Meryl. Now, why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself? An important question. You have two options here, because most games have the gender option, at least starting from Pokemon Crystal. We can choose female, who is canonically Lyra, or we can choose Ethan, or Gold, or whoever you want to name him as. I'm going with the boy character, because I am male. Please tell me your name. Oh, my name that everybody mispronounces at least once when they first meet me. The name's Nyman. That's how I go by on the internet. So, that's how you say it. The name's Nyman. Your name is Nyman. What the hell kind of name is that? I can't really say where I got that name from, considering it was just a random name I came up with. I don't know. It was one of those, you say a bunch of words and that's what came out. Yeah, I'll explain more about that maybe in the future, but... this song is so good. I mean, I know the first town music is always, like, the best when you first play the game. Twin Leaf Town is a lot like that for me, too, but New Bark Town, oh my god. It's a Wii! Wii is huge in Johto as well. And we can check the PC. No potion, but a message from Lyra. Adventure excited! I love Pokemon. Me too, and I love how you're as excited as I am. Oh man, I cannot wait to get started. Like I said, this has been a long time in the making, because I want to do it right. You're finally awake. Your friend Lyra was just here. She was playing hide and seek with her Meryl. Oh, I almost forgot. Our acquaintance, Professor Elmo's looking for you. He said he had a favor to ask of you. You know where the lab is, right? It's right next door to us. It's not like I haven't been living here in this entire time. Use his bag, trainer card, save a record of your progress, and the options menu. And I desperately want the options menu because I want fast speed, because God forbid we have to start on medium every time. So, we have all these different options. Battle scene, I can talk about later. Same with battle style. I considered putting this on set, but this game is hard enough as it is. I consider this to be one of the harder Pokemon games. There's a few reasons for that, but I'm going to keep it on shift, make it a little easier on myself. And button mode. Earthbound has made me an L=A player. Trust me, try it out and play with it for a while. You can play this entire game with one hand because of that. It's so nice. And we have all these different frames, which I miss the window frames. I wish they kind of brought them back somehow, but alas, they won't. But these are really nice. Everything's all sprite-based, so I don't know, it's a little creative. I'm gonna go with the simple little silver one. That's the one I've always rocked, so confirm. And let's get out of here to see the world in front of us. And we immediately get assaulted by a blue Pikachu again. I refuse to call Meryl anything else but a blue Pikachu, because it's essentially what that is. Well, I guess that was a sneak peek on who our friend was. Can I just say I love this windmill? Oh, I didn't know it made... Okay, that is one of the things I love about this game. When you get near certain things, you can hear the sounds radiating from them. For example... Oh, it's only on this side? Yeah, you can hear the little windmill, like, flapping in the wind, or you can hear the waves of the ocean. I miss that detail so much, and they got rid of it in later games. Even when you're stepping on different things, like listen to how your footsteps sound on the ground versus the grass. I love the little attention to detail. It's so good. I like your bag. Thanks. Whatever. What do you have to say over here? Yo, I hear Professor Elm discovered some new Pokemon. How does that even occur? Whatever. Who are you? Pikachu is an evolved Pokemon. This fact was first discovered by Professor Elm. I was amazed by Professor Elm's findings. He's so famous for his research on Pokemon evolution. I wish I could be a researcher like him. Go talk to him. Become an assistant or something. I don't know. Weirdo. Go check. Get out of the way, dude. Come on. Who are you? Hi. Lyra's upstairs. She's playing games with her Pokemon as usual. You didn't bring your Pokemon? Oh, I should have known. You don't have your own Pokemon yet. Well, I hope I didn't hurt your feelings. Screw you. Also, I hope you guys don't get mad at me for how I pronounce Lyra's name. I've always pronounced it Lyra. A lot of people that I've heard pronounce it Lyra. I don't know why. Hi. Professor Elmo's looking for you. Did you go to his lab? That is not what... You are not a Kurururoon. Whatever. Fun times and all that. I still love this music. I'm sorry. This was my love game for a very, very long time, and it still is. It's my favorite game of all time, so... What'd you expect for me to not gush about it, you know? Hi. My husband's always so busy. I hope he's okay. When he's caught up with his Pokemon research, he even forgets to eat. Fair enough. When I grow up, I'm going to help Dad. I'm going to be a great Pokemon professor. It would be kind of cool if they did not remakes, but straight up sequels of these games, and that'd be kind of funny that his son became a researcher like him. Who are you? So this is the famous Elm Pokemon Lab. What are you staring at? What the hell, man? Get out of his yard. And heading in here. Me? I'm not the professor. He's at the back of the room. No shit. I wanted to just chat with you, bud. Hi, we've been waiting for you. Do you know anything about my research? As you know, Pokemon are carried in Pokeballs these days. But before the Pokeball was invented, people used to walk with Pokemon. Just like your friend Lyra does. Pokeballs are great because you can carry many Pokemon. But walking with Pokemon must have some advantages. It could have something to do with how Pokemon grow or evolve. So I'm going to give you a Pokemon. Can you walk beside this Pokemon outside of its Pokeball to see if this brings any special feelings or bonds between Pokemon and people? Really long run-on sentence there, bud. The device over there has some Pokemon you can choose from. You get your call from Solid Snake? Email. Why does your email have a ringtone? Hey, listen. I have this acquaintance that people call Mr. Pokemon. He keeps finding weird things and raving about his discoveries. Anyway, I just got an email from him saying if this time it's real. It's probably another Pokemon egg, but we're still so busy with our Pokemon research. Wait, I know. You can go in our place, right? Can we count on you? You could choose one of the Pokemon over there. Sounds fair enough for me. I highly suggest you save. First and foremost, because it's Gen 4, therefore saving a lot of data exists. This is mostly fixed in this game. Diamond and Pearl was really bad. Platinum's pretty bad with it too, but thankfully they fixed it a little bit in Heart Gold and SoulSilver, so it's not nearly as bad. This is probably the only time you'll ever see that. And it was still pretty quick. Touch a Pokeball to see what Pokemon's inside. Starting off with Chikorita. We got bios now. Yeah, you can see how much work I put into this. A pure grass type throughout its entire evolution, and it's the hardest of this trio to raise. Simply because it is a pure grass type, making it weak to 5 types throughout the entire game permanently. Along with that, most of the gym leaders in this region have your weakness, so you're not using Chikorita a lot for those fights. It's mostly a support Pokemon, being surprisingly tanky, and it's mostly there for support, such as using Reflex, using Light Screen. It can use Powder moves. It's a pretty good support Pokemon. I would say, if you want to use this, use it as a challenge, because this thing is the hardest one to raise, which is kind of ironic considering, well, the previous games in the series. Totodile stays as a pure water type throughout its entire evolution. It's a really good physical attacker. Now, don't get me wrong, I love water types, and this one's no exception. Only weak to 2 types throughout its entire lifespan, and it learns a huge variety of different type moves such as Crunch, Ice Fang, even Superpower. Just keep in mind that it's not meant to be a special attacker, so it does kind of lose points on that because most water types are really good special attackers, but this one's a great option if you're wanting to just roll with a water type. Really good one for beginners as well, since it learns so many different types of moves. Just make sure you get a physical attacking one, just don't have a minus attack stat on that. Cyndaquil, my favorite of the bunch. Stays as a pure fire type throughout its entire evolution. It's surprisingly a really good mixed attacker, but most of its moves are special attacks, so I highly recommend making this a special attacker if you can. It also exploits a lot of the gym leader's weaknesses throughout the game, so it's a really good choice if you just want to blast through everything. Along with that, it learns some really good moves such as Flamethrower, Focus Blast. It can learn some pretty crazy stuff. However, keep in mind that its move pool is not that diverse. It mostly learns fire-type moves with the occasional other type mixed in. So just keep in mind that you're mostly using fire-type moves on this thing, unless if you're using TMs. TMs do help this thing out a lot. Anyways, that's all the bios here. Who do we choose? I do have affinities with a lot of these. Chikorita I don't really care for. I'm sorry, Chikorita, but I think you are like the weakest grass type, or grass starter type. You just really suck. Totodile is great because it's just really good as a physical mixed attacker and all that, or multi-type attacker, but I have a special affinity with one of these. That's you, buddy. We're going fire this time. Received Cyndaquil. Give a nickname? Hell yeah, because I nickname all my team members. The way I'm going to do nicknaming, at least for our main party members, is there are some special names that I'm going to give all of my team members, and this one is no exception. A lot of these team members, actually all of them, are going to be named after friends of mine, those who have either helped me out with the series or just have been really long friends of mine. So just keep that in mind. This is both a passion project, but also, I don't know, I wanted to make it special. So, starting off with Cyndaquil here. You're going to be known as not Feli, Felix. This is... Okay, there's a story with this. I said before that Pokemon SoulSilver was not my first Pokemon game. That right is, well, exclusive to Pokemon Platinum. Platinum was my first game. However, I only played in the first route and just screwed around in there, and I didn't really do much else because I was a really stupid kid. But the one Pokemon that I remember naming, that I first nicknamed, was a Bidoof that I named Felix. It also had some weirdo others like this junk in here. I'm not putting that in there because that's just going to look stupid, but yeah. This is named after the first Pokemon I've ever nicknamed. I'm surprised I still remember it because that was over a decade ago. Dear God. How do you like walking with your Pokemon? It's not bad, is it? You can take it all the way to Mr. Pokemon's house. If your Pokemon gets hurt, you should heal it with this machine. It's so easy to use, just check my PC on the desk. Mr. Pokemon goes everywhere and finds rarities. His house is past Cherry Grove City. Go north a little past Cherry Grove. I'm counting on you. Oh my God, yeah, besides Pokemon Yellow, it's the first game where you can actually walk with your Pokemon. How you doing, buddy? Okay, if you're not used to your name, you'll get used to it, buddy. Why are you stopping me? I wouldn't give you these. It's just some potions. 20 HP recovery items. I would not use them willy-nilly right now because, spoiler alert, the economy in this game sucks. It really is. So, you're going to see me hoarding a lot of items because money is not that easy to come by. So you pick to Cyndaquil. That's a cute Pokemon you have. When you walk with it, it'll become more friendly. You should turn around and talk to it sometimes too. Oh, that's right. Why don't you show it to your mom? See ya. You kind of just have your own little track of mind there, huh, Lyra? I like Lyra. Yeah, that's a tongue twister. I like Lyra a lot. That's what I'm trying to say. Yeesh. Got tongue-tied there. Oh, that's a cute Pokemon you have. Professor Elm must have given it to you. Oh, Professor Elm has a task for you say. What kind of task? I see. That sounds a little difficult. But when someone makes that kind of request for you, it must be important. No, that's right. I completely forgot. Your Pokegear came back from the repair shop. Here you go. Pokegear! Another really cool commodity. It's what every trainer should have. Guess what? You can use the Pokegear to make a phone call, too. Do you remember how I know how to use a phone? You're gonna teach me anyways. I do not care. I can't believe it's so easy to make a phone call. Because God forbid we can't have modern phones in this. Well, this came out in 2011, I think. I want to say it was 2011. So we have our Pokegear. We can only call our mom for some reason. And you have the options menu where we can change the background of our Pokegear. So if you want a really strong pink, Jesus. It's nice that you can choose if you want to have pink. A weird Team Rocket themed one. A Dojo styled one. A very fancy looking one. Or this one, which I believe that symbol is the Silph Coast symbol. I'm pretty sure that's what it is, but I'm gonna stick with blue. Blue's my favorite color, and I like this one the most. So, nothing else stopping us here. Except for Professor Elm, because for some reason he always forgets something. You are really bad as a Pokemon professor. I almost completely forgot about this. Here, I'll give you my number. We're neighbors. Why don't I have your number? Well, then again, I guess nowadays neighbors don't even talk to each other, and most of them are just jackasses. Welcome to Route 29, with another really good theme. So, there are Pokemon to run into here. We have all these grass tiles. As for bios, I'm not going to be... Okay, speak of the devil. I'm not giving any bios to any of these Pokemon in this route until we are able to catch them. So, right now, this is just going to remain a blank route. I'm just going to tackle the crap out of this Pidgey. So, it is good to know what Pokemon are here. Oh, you are female. Okay, I didn't realize you were female. I'm pretty sure all the starters are generally... Like, they usually start as a male. Like, they're more... I think it's like 75% male to 25% female. I might be wrong about that, but... I never did check your stats there, bud. Because I really hope I don't have a minus special attack. Minus attack plus speed. For my purposes, that's great. Okay. Timid, quick to flee. Sure, I'll take that. Now, don't get me wrong with Cyndaquil. If you have a physical attacking one, it's still a really good Pokemon. You can learn some pretty good physical attacking fire moves. It's just, I prefer it to be a special attacker. Hey, how are your Pokemon? If they're weak and not ready to battle, keep out of the tall grass. I don't have a choice, bud. Is there anything down here? No, okay. There is a person that will pop up in this route on a specific day. I'll get into what that person is later, but for right now, I'm just going to leave it be, because I don't even think they spawn yet. I think we have to get Pokeballs for them to spawn. I don't like this style of grass. Another Pokemon is a Sentret. Thankfully, this route's just full of kind of weaker Pokemon, so it's not too bad, but... And if you're wondering about... Since I mentioned gender and all that for the Pokemon, if you're wondering if gender makes a difference, not in this game. Not in, I guess, any game past Gen 2, because... I think in Gen 2, mainly Gold, Silver, Crystal, they actually made it to where I think female Pokemon were a little more tanky than male Pokemon, but male Pokemon had a little better offensive stats, which I think is really stupid, and I don't really like that because, I don't know, I think resetting to get a specifically gendered Pokemon is kind of weird, but it does make a difference for something later, but for right now, I'm not going to worry about it. Heading down here is a potion. As I said, try to hold on to these if you can. because the economy in this game really sucks, so just keep that in mind. Heading through more of this route. Please don't run into anything. Good. I don't want to run into more stuff. I wanted to take a break, so I saved to record my progress. Who asked? Anyways. So yeah, there's not a lot of different Pokemon in here. There is, actually, this guy up here should talk about that. Let me go and chat with him. Please don't run into... First tile! And it's a Pidgey. Be careful if you're in here too, especially if you're just starting the game. Because, I haven't explained what shiny Pokemon are, but you can run into shiny Pokemon here. It's really rare, but since you can't catch Pokemon, you would just lose the shiny outright. So just don't worry about that. Well, just be wary of that, I guess. Made it to level 6. Where we learn Smokescreen. It's just a move that lowers the accuracy of an opponent. It's not that great. I'm waiting for Pokemon that appear only in the daytime. That is something special with this as well. Pokemon in this game some Pokemon can only show up during times of the day. So, for example, Sentret can't show up during the night. You can go to New Bark Town without talking. Yeah, we'll use that commodity later. I just want to get to Cherry Grove because I'm going to try to keep these episodes around 20 to 30 minutes long. This one's going to be around 30 minutes since it is the start of the game, so it's the first episode after all. You're a rookie trainer, aren't you? I can tell. That's okay, everyone's a rookie at some point. If you like, I can teach you a few things. Okay, follow me. Holy crap, you're fast, Gramps. Jesus. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you weren't wearing the running shoes. I'll try to go as slow as possible, so try keeping up. You're still too fast. This is a Pokemon Center. They'll heal your Pokemon in no time at all. You'll be relying on them a lot, so you better learn about them. You saying Bolt at one point? This is a Pokemon Mart. They sell Pokeballs for catching wild Pokemon and other useful items. Yeah, okay. Route 30 is out this way. Trainers will be battling their Pokemon there. If you go a little farther, you'll see Mr. Pokemon's house. This is the sea, as you can see. Thank you for the pun. Some Pokemon are only found in the water. Oh, am I aware of that? There's a lot of water in this game. Then again, at least it's not Oris with... This game has too much water. For your effort keeping up with me, I'll give you my running shoes. They're still warm. Got you, didn't I? Don't worry, these are brand new. Guide Gent. The instructions read, touch the sprint button on the touch screen to sprint. Or you can hold the B button. Super nice, and I wish this friggin' came back in black and white, but it didn't. Tapping the screen here allows us to run without ever holding the B button, because I'm pretty sure most people's DS's B button was completely busted. Oh, it's so nice to have just free sprint. First things first, actually I can do that next episode. I want to go up here, because we will get stopped by the old man. Hi. I made it! I forgot about one thing. This is another token from me. Take it. Map card. As the name implies, we can see the town map, allowing us to see the entire region. This will be very helpful for something later. Trust me on that. But anyways, now that we've done all that, and, well, we're at a pretty good stopping place, so I'll go and chat with everybody next episode, so... Next time on Pokemon SoulSilver, we'll be heading up north to go and meet Mr. Pokemon, getting our journey started off. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.